Welcome back to another episode of the Glory Hunter Career Mode here on FC25, where we have now switched allegiances after winning the Premier League, but failing to win the FA Cup and failing to win the Champions League as well with Arsenal. We now switch countries. We are over in France. I put a poll up. I was ready to go to Italy, to be honest. I was going to do Roma. Y'all wanted France, so here we are in France. And of course, we couldn't go with PSG. That would just be too easy, so we go with the next best option in AS Monaco, who in this current season, they finished second in the league, 10 points off of PSG. We'll have a look at the team once we get into, actually we'll have a look at the team now, to be honest, because their team is actually quite incredible, and it's not going to need that much work. We are going to have and bring Endrick. He did play the 15 games minimum, so Endrick comes into the squad. Whether or not he'll be starting or not is a question for a little bit. You can see there at the bottom of the screen, it's no longer the Euros, it's the 2030 World Cup, and I couldn't get the 2030 World Cup logo because it's not, the good one's not out yet. It's just a bunch of gibberish. It's a bunch of all the other countries that were bidding to buy them. We couldn't find the right one with Morocco, Portugal, and Spain as the logo, so it's just a World Cup trophy with 2030 text over it. So we're trying to win the 2030 World Cup instead of the Euros there. We can't do it with Spain, so we have to get another management job in the next 12 months to try and do that. But you see there, we are in France. We can no longer go back to England, which means we are going to fail at least one trophy in being the FA Cup. We are in the Champions League for next season, so we'll have a chance to win the Champions League with AS Monaco. We'll have two chances to do that, and if all else fails, then we'll do that. But let's go and take a look at this Monaco side in the season that they actually had. So they finished second in the league. They came runners up in the Trophy de Champions, which is something we don't care about. This is the one we do care about, the Coupe de France, in which they actually won. So we're going to look to go back-to-back in the Coupe de France with this AS Monaco side. As far as the Europa standings go, they finished 28th in the Champions League, so they even make it in the top 24. So they actually missed out on Champions League knockout stages there, so that's a quick look at there. Just looking at this team, though, I did change the formation already to a 4-3-3 attacking. Hoyland is their number 1 striker with Ben Seguir and Akaloche, and Kunku is a cam. Kamada and Mainu, but they also have Fernandez and Zakaria. Mendy, Medina, Ake, Fresnada, and Marmardishvili. So the goalkeeper is fine. Our midfield is fine for the majority. Maybe Nkunku's on his way out. Hoyland, and then obviously we did bring Endrick into the starting 11. They also have Martins here as well. It's something that we can look to use as well. As far as the back line goes, it is aging in the term of everybody else besides Fresnada, so that we could look to improve on the back line for sure next season to try and compete with this PSG side. So let's go and get into the next season, see how much money we have, and start with transfer business. We'll go ahead and make our first signing. We needed a center back, so we swap an old guy for a young guy. It's a not free agent. It's a youth generated player coming in from Montpellier over from the French league. We swap one of the older guys, the center backs into the squad with him. So welcome to the squad. As you can tell, I completely forgot the players involved, to be completely honest. I think this guy's name is Dominguez. He's a Brazilian, so I'm going to just say his name is Dominguez. It's actually Fayeta. That's a little bit insane. Fayeta, welcome to the squad. I think Dominguez might be the one we swapped out, to be completely honest. It might be Dominguez. I don't know why I have Dominguez on my name. It's not. It's Facundo Medina who swapped out. Why do I have Dominguez on my name? But Igor Fayeta, welcome to the squad. The other guy, Medina, goodbye. We go ahead and say goodbye to Nathan Ake, off to Fulham, back to England for 20 million. Goodbye to you. We now say goodbye to Richie Valme. I mean, he was never going to play, let's be real. 3 million for him. It's just some money in the bank. We say goodbye to Kirill Petrov for the season. He's a high prospect player, so we just loan him out instead of selling him. So he'll spend a season out at Real Betis. We say goodbye to Argard for 11.2 million. He was just old, never really going to play. He was a backup option anyway. We'll find somebody on the free agents that can be just as good as him as a backup option, and we get 11 million for him. So thank you for that. And we say goodbye to Javi Bustamante. It was a striker that had no future in this club at all. So 5 million for him. We say goodbye to you. We say hello to Usman Diamande coming into the squad. Our two center backs are about 20 years younger in combined age than our last two in Ake and Medina. We go ahead and swap the other striker that was here, the Portuguese youth generated striker that was here. So there is that. We get him for 25 million plus Martins, I believe his name was, the Portuguese striker. Wasn't Ronaldo's region, so we was happy to let him go. But Diamande, welcome to the squad. I say we need to find a left back, but we have a right back that I'm transitioning into a left back that could be good enough for the job. And now it's just finding squad depth players for all the positions, in all honesty. And possibly a cam, because I think we might lose Nkunku soon. And there is Mr. Nkunku. Gone in out the door over to Borussia Dortmund. We might see him in a couple of years' time. Actually, we might not see him in a couple of years' time because by the time we go over to Bundesliga, he could be retired or so old he's not starting. But 42 million for Mr. Nkunku. We say goodbye to him. Now we got to find a cam, and the cam I found is about 200 million too expensive. Ferland Mendy is off to Juventus for 14 million. And we found him. We bought him. We are broke. It's the 3 stages there. We found a cam. He's a Xavi Simons pre-gen. We offer our whole entire bank account plus Dennis Zakaria. And he comes into the squad, and we have $1 million in our transfer budget. So the rest of the players have to be all loan players to the squad. But welcome to the club, Xavi Simons pre-gen. And my lord, does he look absolutely insane. Peters, welcome to the club. And one of the loans that we bring in is bringing in Buati from Leo. He will be a midfield support option. We lost Zakaria. We lost a couple of options in midfield. So we go ahead and bring him in on loan for the season. Welcome to the club. And we loan in a center back in Dean Huijsen. He's over at Birmingham City now. He comes over to AS Monaco. Welcome to the squad. We say goodbye to Kai Henrico to 12.5 million to Lille. And we bring in Diego Correa, a free agent, 71 overall center back. Welcome to the squad. We say hello to... Nope, never mind. We say goodbye to Matasima, off to Nice for 13 million. That must be a release clause. I did not accept that offer. That's a release clause, so goodbye to him. We say hello to Emil Smith-Rowe on loan to give our cam some backup options there. Emil Smith-Rowe coming in on loan. Welcome to the club. Let's go and take a look at the club now because a lot of stuff has happened. The squad is still thin, to be honest. We need a backup right winger, and honestly, probably more of a backup left winger as well. I don't think Gullivan is a good enough backup left winger, but we have Endrick as a backup striker. Him and Hoyland are going to fight for that starting spot. Might end up giving it to Endrick and allowing him just to go. Smith-Rowe as a cam. Fernandez, who can also play cam. Buati, Huijsen, Cayeda, and Leonard. So a backup right midfield, a better backup left midfielder, and bada bing, bada boom. We start the season in a couple days in the Coupe de Champs, or the trophy, whatever this title is, the Trophy des Champions. And we say hello to Jesper Rayan Sunday, a right winger on loan for the season. Welcome to the squad. And the first match of the season is the Trophy des Champions here against PSG. The Coupe de France winners versus the Ligue 1 winners. A chance to look at our top competition for the season. This is our first starting lineup. Let's go and get into the game and see what this team is about. Here we go. Here is PSG's lineup. Barcola, Gyökeres, Diamande, Richie Silva, Malambo, Udoji, Romero, Van de Ven, and Pedro Porto as their lineup. They have Zakaria, a player we just sold, Antonio Rudiger on the bench, Marcos Leonardo, Xavi Simons. We have his pre-gen playing at cam for us today. Roddy Martins on net. So a very strong PSG side. Some of the players might be aging a little bit, like Diamande. Or not Diamande, like Dembele and the goalkeeper, but still a very strong team, and a team that finished the league 10 points ahead of this AS Monaco team. But now this AS Monaco team looks completely different for the most part, and let's see if we can compete with them. Kobe Mainu into Akalushe. Akalushe intercepted, and he'll lose it. Barcola, Gekedes, keeper's coming out, keeper saved, Martinishvili saved it with his body. Lamine Kamada now, Kamada into Hoyland, Erasmus into Akalushe. Akalushe now on his left foot, trying to curl it past the keeper, can't do so. It's a corner here for AS Monaco. Akalushe now on set corner. Can Hoyland win the header? No, it'll fall out to Diamande. Back out wide for Akalushe. Whipped in the box. Back post for Benseguir. No. Peters on the rebound. That's wide. Last chance here before halftime. It's Gekedes on the ball now from Bradley Barcola. Bradley Barcola into Gekedes. And Gekedes! Martinishvili blocks it out for a corner. Last chance here for sure now for this PSG side. Are they going to get that 45th minute cheese? Romero says no. Or Fresnada, I should say no against Romero. They still have the ball. They still have possession. They will not get another corner. Saved by Martinishvili. Cleared up the field by Fayetta. The halftime 0-0 here at the first 45. Barcola, Bradley Barcola, back post. Dominguez wins the header. Benseguir looking to clear it. It's Peters on the ball now. Peters looking to get past Pedro Porto and Malambo. It's Peters down the left-hand side using his pace he has into Dominguez. Dominguez, Kamada into Benseguir. And Benseguir from outside the box. Benseguir off the crossbar and out for a goal kick. Emil Smith-Rowe is going to come on at left wing. Endrick at striker. Rayton Sunday at right wing. Fernandez and Boatti on at center mid each. Pedro Porto crossed in. Barcola, header saved by Martinishvili. It falls for Gekedes. Pedro Porto, Gekedes. Surely he was offside there. He wasn't. Malambo, Due, Barcola. Wrong pass again. Pressure was stepping up there though. Can we hit him on the counter attack? It's Sunday. It's Endrick. It's going to have to be out wide for Dominguez instead. Dominguez. It's still Dominguez. Getting taken out by Pedro Porto. It's a free kick opportunity. I was about to just whip it in as well. Red card possibly? It is a red card for Pedro Porto. They are down to 10 men. Oh, and Desiree Doué did well there to just break away from the defenders. And Desiree Doué now stopped by Dominguez again. Did they sub off or sub on a left back? They might have done. Yeah, they did. It's Smith-Rowe down the left-hand side. It's Emil Smith-Rowe. Emil Smith-Rowe into Endrick. And Endrick to win it. No, saved. Peters crossed in. Diamande header, no. Falls to them. Does this go to pens or does this go to extra time? Because it's 0-0 after 90 minutes. It is straight pen shootout here. So penalty shootout for our first trophy. It's Endrick to step up. So despite them being down to 10 men for the last 10 minutes or so, we couldn't equalize. But we go 1-0 up on penalties. It's Barcola. You're going to go the same way, aren't you? You are. Maybe we dived a little too early there. It's Fernandez, bottom right. Slots it up 2-1. It's Desiree Doué. He's going to go left again, 2-2. Peters down the middle. I didn't aim left at all. That's my stick drift doing that. It's Husani. He goes right. It's 3-3. Or 3-2. Smith-Rowe to the right. That's my stick drift doing it again. I was aiming to the right. It went left again. You can see there's my stick drift. And they're going to win this because of my stick drift. This is insane. This is insane. Boatti. I'm going to have to go left. We score. Gonna have to go left. Xavi Simmons now. Xavi Simmons. Down the middle. Saved. It's Rayton Sunday. I'm going right. Rayton Sunday. We do go right. It does go right. 5-4. Bernardo Silva. He scores right as well. 5-5. Dominguez. A left back. Former right back. Turn to left back. Saved. It's another left back. It's Udoji down the middle-ish. PSG win 6-5 on aggregate. 6-5 on aggregate. 6-5 on pens. We lose our first trophy. But it's a good thing it's not one that matters. First game of the season. AS Monaco versus St. Etienne. We are going to go ahead and play this one out. I was going to end the episode, but we might as well play the first proper game of the season at home. We make 2 changes. Endrick starts as striker, and Fernandez starts as center mid instead of Kobe Mainu. Let's go ahead and get into the game here. Akalushe. Akalushe crossed in. Peters save straight to the keeper's hands. Akalushe. Peters, Endrick, first goal of the season, double doinkage, and Monaco have the lead. It's Endrick, of course it is. 1-0 for AS Monaco. First official goal, actually, no, I say first official, it's the first goal of the season because it was 0-0 against PSG in the cup final. First goal of the season, it's Endrick. Akalushe crossed in, it's Endrick header. Akalushe crossed in for Endrick. I said crossed in, it was played through. Endrick for a second, and Endrick, the Brazilian Bobby Charlton, 2-0. Akalushe on set corner. Diamande on the header. Diamande on the bicycle kick. Never mind the header. What was that, Diamande? It's 3-0 for Monaco. And what a start to the Ligue 1 season here against St. Etienne. Ben-Seguir. Ben-Seguir in for Endrick for 4. That's actually Endrick's hat trick, but it's for 4-0. Endrick has the hat trick. It's St. Etienne down in the dumps, 4-0 for AS Monaco. And we are going to go ahead and just jump to simulation here for the rest of the second half.
A lopsided contest.
And 4-0 is all she wrote, and it's all she had to write. A massive win in our first game of the season. That will see the end of the episode, though. When we come back, we have a game against RC Lens. We also have our first decent matchup against OGC Nice. We do not play PSG until the end of next month, which might be next episode. It could be next episode, in all honesty. We could play PSG in next episode, but there should be Champions League action coming in here sooner rather than later, so we might have to play Champions League as well if it's a decent opponent. But that's going to be it for me today. If you did enjoy this episode, go ahead and leave a like and subscribe. And until later, peace out.